Hey guys, my name is Sandy. I'm a licensed realtor here in the Central Florida area, Disney World area, Orlando, all that great stuff. Today I want to do a video on, is the Airbnb market crashing? What I mean by that is not just Airbnb itself or the short-term rental space itself, but number one, are people still buying homes to do Airbnb in or properties to do Airbnb in? And is Airbnb crashing because a lot of hotels are now coming out saying the hotels are not doing a lot of advertising against Airbnb. So let's talk about that, right? So in our area right now, we're in the Disney World area, and as you know, no matter what's going on in the world, Disney World stays busy no matter what. So in our area, we're still getting multiple offers on Airbnb properties. The Airbnb properties in our area are still selling over market price, right? Or over list price, what I should say. And this happens because some of these Airbnb properties are very well maintained. They have bookings on them and they're completely designed out, right? So they're completely staged out. They have all the teams going on. So for those properties, and it depends upon the price range. So if you're looking for Airbnb properties in our area to buy, or if you're looking to sell, the homes that are priced between, I would say 300 to 500, in that point right there, they're still getting a lot of activity. If they're staged out, if they're in great condition, if they have bookings on them, they're going to sell in that price point. And even the ones that do not, even the ones that need work in that space, especially in the 400s, they're still being sold and they're still getting multiple offers, and a few of them as well, if they're priced correctly. Now, if you're a seller and you're looking to sell your Airbnb property, you definitely want to get it pre-certified. And what do I mean by that? You want to get you want to make sure it's staged out. You want to make sure it's designed right. If you were already having activity in it, like if it was already on the platforms like Airbnb, Vrbo, Booking.com, all those different sites, you want to make sure you're giving your buyer, or you want to make sure you have an Excel sheet so you could give to the potential buyer or investor. You could show them what your income, your expenses, all that great stuff is. One of the problems that we see in our area is when these short-term rental properties come on the market for sale, and we ask them for the financials, they're like, oh, well, we didn't really rent it that much, or we kind of stayed it, or, you know, the property management company don't have one. If you're going to be doing a serious short-term rental business, and or Airbnb, because a lot of people call it Airbnb, but it is really short-term renting. If you're doing short-term renting and you want to sell your property one day, you're going to want to make sure you're keeping a record of your income. You know, what's your busy season? What's your slow season? How many weeks of the year was this property rented for? So that when you have a potential buyer, you could just send them over that information and it will be accurate. So if you're using a property management company, make sure your property management company are giving you a detailed report each month. And if you're going to sell, ask the property management company to give you a recording of everything that was booked on each platform. Because you could literally go on Airbnb or Vrbo or Booking.com, put some dates in, and it will tell you everything that went on there. If you truly had a property that was zoned for short-term renting, but you really wasn't using it significantly as an Airbnb, then you're going to have to price it accordingly, because then it wouldn't have a financial track record on it, right? So then that would be a different story. Now, as far as the eat that Airbnb has come under, where people are saying when they stay in an Airbnb, they got to do a chore, they have a chore list, they got to start the laundry and all that great stuff. I know they're getting very ridiculous with it. Some of the things aren't even true. We got to mow the lawn. Come on. I don't think that's true. But the fact of the matter is, you have to think, if you're going into the Airbnb business, it's a little bit different than the hotel business, a short-term rental space. Because how can you compare a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with a pool to staying in a hotel room or in a hotel suite? It's uncomparable, right? Another thing is this: people are wanting to go on the short-term rental space, especially in the Airbnb platform, and they're looking for cheap prices. And they even want to send the owners or the property managers these emails or these messages saying, hey, can you give me a discount? I know you have it on Airbnb for this price, can you give me a discount? You can't do that with a hotel, can you? No, you cannot. Right? The hotels already have their price set in, and they already have all their cleaning fees and everything else set into that, and they're only cleaning a room or 2 rooms if you're in a suite. How can you compare cleaning that to cleaning a 4-bedroom, 3-bath as an example, or a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that sleeps, if it's a 3-bedroom, I'm assuming it sleeps 6 to 8 people, and that has to be cleaned? So in my opinion, if the owner is saying to you, hey, I hope you enjoy the stay at our home, when you're leaving, if you could start, just start a dishwasher or start a load of laundry. They're not telling you to stay and do the laundry, but the hotels are doing so much advertising and they're pushing it so much on social media because it's all a game. The hotels is trying to get control back over the short-term rental space. They realize the short-term rental space are doing so well. All these different platforms, the popular ones such as Airbnb, Booking.com, Vrbo, Expedia, Travelocity, all those different ones. Not to mention the ones that are not that popular. There's a lot of people making money in the short-term rental space and the hotels don't want that. So what they're doing is they're pushing out all that negativity towards Airbnb or the short-term rental space to say, hey, if you stay at one of these ones, you're going to have to do a chore list, you're going to have to do the laundry, and they're making it seem like the people stay there and do their own laundry, which is not true. I know a lot of owners, because I'm in the Disney area, a lot of owners or property manager will ask them to start a load of laundry before they leave, on their checkout day, or to start a load, or to load the dishwasher and start a dishwasher. How is that compared to cleaning a home, right? When you're cleaning a home, it's a whole different story. And I would like for some of these hotels to come to some of these short-term rental properties and see what happens when like 10 guests check out of a house. 10 people stand there, all 10 of them check out. What does that look like? It's a mess. I'll tell you that. It's a mess. I have first-hand experience on that. As opposed to staying in a hotel, you have a hotel room, you may have 2 or 3 people in the hotel room, you check out, you will not have the kind of mess that you'll have in a house because first of all, the hotel doesn't have a kitchen. So you're not going to be cooking and making a mess in there, right? So that's the first thing. The hotel doesn't have, they have a pool, but you're going to go down to the pool area, use the pool, leave all the wet stuff down there and you're going to walk back up to your room. That's a complete difference of having an Airbnb property. So that's my spiel on that because I wanted to talk about that because I'm like, how are you going to compare a hotel room or a hotel suite to renting somebody's house? That is so crazy. Another thing is the garbage, right? You're talking about, the Airbnb host is having the people take the garbage out. If you're staying in a house on garbage days on a Thursday and the host is saying to you, hey, can you put the garbage down at the curb so the garbage truck will get the garbage and then just put the can back on the side of the house? How is that you doing garbage? Like, how is that a big deal? You're taking out the garbage, you're putting your garbage in a can, you're taking the can to the curb. A lot of people are probably going to disagree with me, but if you're taking the can to the curb and putting it back, how is that what is wrong with that, with you doing that as taking out the garbage that you did? That you're staying in a beautiful home, not a hotel room. People with big families are going to always choose an Airbnb over an hotel. So I want to make that clear because the Airbnb short-term rental space is still very strong. And even though they're putting all this negativity on, don't let people do chores, right? It's still very strong. We're still getting multiple offers on short-term rental properties. Our sellers are still being able to sell their short-term rental property. They're still making money. People are still booking, even in this economy where we're going up into a contraction and we're going into a recession and interest rates are climbing and all this great stuff is happening. People are still buying Airbnb properties. They're still doing it. And people are still selling Airbnb properties and people are still staying in Airbnb properties. I own Airbnb properties. All my properties are booked up. I have no problem with booking. In spite of all the negativity that the hotel industry is trying to drive into the short-term rental space. Because if you're truly someone that wants to stay in a home as opposed to a hotel, you're going to definitely see what the difference is in renting a complete, even a 3-bedroom condo as opposed to one hotel room, right? It's crazy. So is the Airbnb market crashing or is the short-term rental space crashing? No, it's not. Because it's an investment space. It's a space where you're buying a home or you're buying an investment property to stage it out and to put it back on the market for people to rent. And in our area, in the Disney World area, as long as Disney World, Universal, and SeaWorld and all the other theme parks do not go out of business, and as long as Florida has the weather that it has, there's no way people are not going to be coming into this area for vacationing. People come into our area, one, for vacation, and they come in because they come in for a job. Sometimes they come in to work on a project for a month or two, sometimes with a theme park, sometimes with the hotels, sometimes they're doing a project. They're coming to relocate to Florida and they haven't found a home yet, so they want to live in another home short term while they look to see where they want to buy or where they want to build a home. Maybe they're building a home and the home is not completed yet. So there's many different reasons why the short-term rental space will always be strong no matter what, because people are going to need somewhere to live, right? So no, the Airbnb market is not crashing in my opinion, and all the negativity that is being put out against the short-term rental space is all applied for the hotel to try to get business back. because they realize how lucrative, they know how lucrative the short-term rental market is. That's why they have hotels. I know that actual regular investors are looking to do this. They don't like it, guys. But are we gonna stop? Of course we're not. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I really appreciate you. Give me a call, send me a text with your comments, 407-791-4713. My information should be somewhere on the screen or maybe down below. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.